We live in an age of digital surveillance where we have become obsessed with the presence of three little dots. You know exactly what they are. That flickering ellipsis in the corner of your screen, a rhythmic pulse suggesting that someone on the other end is thinking, processing, and about to articulate their soul to you. We treat those dots like a heartbeat. As long as they blink, we feel relevant. We feel connected. We feel like the priority. We sit there, staring at the frozen screen, ignoring the world around us, waiting for that punctuation to turn into a sentence. We convince ourselves that as long as they are typing, we still exist in their mental space. It is a pathetic, fragile tether that we use to anchor our self-worth to someone else's thumbs. We have been conditioned to believe that this digital hesitation is a sign of engagement, a measure of how much someone cares about the quality of their response to us. But then, the inevitable day arrives. You open the chat, you scroll down to the bottom of the conversation, and you see nothing. Not a word. Not a reaction. And most importantly, not those three flickering dots. The absence is sudden, yet it feels heavy, like a physical weight in the pit of your stomach. You tell yourself they are just busy. You tell yourself the app is glitching, or they lost their signal, or they are driving. You invent 1,000 scenarios to fill the void where the typing indicator used to live. You want to believe that the lack of activity is just a temporary pause, a minor technicality in a bustling relationship. You are lying to yourself. The truth is far colder, and it is far more permanent. The disappearance of the typing bubble is not a glitch. It is a death certificate for your relevance in their life. When the dots stop appearing, it means something fundamental has shifted in the architecture of your connection. Before, when they were typing, they were performing for you. Even if they were just debating how to phrase a simple excuse, they were still engaged in the effort of managing your perception of them. They were editing their reality to fit your expectations. But when the typing ceases, the performance is over. They have stopped trying to explain themselves to you. They have stopped caring whether you understand their silence or not. There is no more need to construct a narrative or a lie that satisfies your curiosity. You have transitioned from being a central character in their daily drama to being a background note that they no longer feel obligated to harmonize with. This is the hidden mechanics of modern apathy. People don't stop talking to you because they are too busy. They stop talking to you because the cost of maintaining the bridge is now higher than the value of the destination. When they don't even check to see if you are typing, it is because they have stopped looking for you in the digital crowd. You are no longer a notification they anticipate. You are just a folder they have archived in their mind. You might still be sending messages, pouring your thoughts into the void, hoping for a flicker of recognition, but they are already somewhere else. They are living a version of their day where you simply do not exist, and they feel no guilt about it. The silence isn't a weapon, it is an indifference. Weapons imply that they still care enough to hurt you. Indifference is the final stage of detachment. Think about how much energy you pour into these dead ends. You edit your messages, you wait for the right time to send them, you analyze the timestamps, you play detective with their online status. You are trying to revive a ghost. Meanwhile, they are not even glancing at the chat. They have optimized their life to exclude the friction of your emotional needs. It is brutal, but it is necessary for them. To keep you in the loop, they would have to pretend, and people are exhausted by their own pretenses. They have chosen the ease of silence over the labor of interaction. You are waiting for an explanation that will never come, because explanations require effort, and you are no longer worth that effort. The tragedy of the modern era is not that we are lonely. It is that we are constantly surrounded by the specters of people we used to matter to. We see their online green dot, we see their stories, we see them interacting with others, yet we remain on the outside of their focus. We cling to the past, holding on to the memory of when those three dots used to bounce rhythmically every morning. We hold that memory as if it were a promise of the future. It is not. It is a souvenir from a country that no longer exists. They have moved on, and you are still standing at the border, waving at a train that has already left the station. The hardest part is admitting that you are the only one holding the map, while they have long since stopped traveling in your direction. You have to understand that the lack of typing is the most honest message you will ever receive from them. It is the only time they are being completely truthful. All those carefully crafted messages in the past? Those were strategic. Those were filtered. Those were lies designed to keep you on the hook. But this silence? This lack of effort? This is the reality of your current standing. They are not hiding anything from you. They are simply showing you that they are no longer invested. If you want to stop the bleeding, you have to stop trying to heal a wound that they have already decided to leave open. You are waiting for a conversation that ended long ago. You are waiting for an apology that will never be drafted, let alone sent. Stop refreshing the screen. Stop looking for the ghosts of those dots. When you stop waiting, you stop being a victim of their silence. You regain the power to dictate your own worth, rather than letting their lack of digital activity define it for you. It is time to close the app, put the phone down, and walk out of the room where the conversation died. The silence you are so afraid of is actually the first step toward your own reclamation. Don't beg for the typing to start again. Walk away from the screen, because the person you are waiting for is not there, and they haven't been for a very long time. You wait for a sign, they stop giving a thought. The silence you dread is the truth you ignore.